Hello, friends. Welcome to today's football predictions on Betcraft. All right, it's another very beautiful day, a beautiful Tuesday morning, and we've come again, once again, with our predictions on this very channel. Taking a look at how we fared yesterday. We saw that yesterday we actually won our first ticket yesterday, which was actually the ticket with the bigger odd. We won that very ticket, and congratulations to those of us that participated in that very game. Congratulations once again. And today we'll start on again. And as usual, we'll be having two tickets actually, each of those tickets containing 3 games in it. And we'll try again and see how it goes today. All right. In a short while, we'll be looking at this matches one after the other, and we'll be making our party based on recent, performances for each of these teams. And I would like to use the opportunity to ask those of us who are coming across our video for the first time that are yet to subscribe to kindly take our time to hit the subscription button right now so you won't be missing out on our subsequent matches that will always be predicted on this very channel on a daily basis. All right, that being said, without further ado, let's head to the business of today. And today we'll be starting with the first match. In the first ticket is actually in the UEFA Nations League, where we have France coming up against Israel. All right, France in the last 6 have won 3 games, have also lost 2, and have had 1 draw. And Israel, on the other hand, have won just 1 game in the last 6 matches that they had, but have lost 5 games out of those 6 games. All right, when you look at how these two teams fare from home and away perspective, you see they're playing from home for the French side, which are the home side, actually, and they've actually won 6 matches in the last 10 home matches. They've had 2 draws as well as 2 losses, and Israel, on the other hand, have won 3 games in the last 10 away games. We also had 1 draw and have lost 6 times. As a matter of fact, the last 2 away games that they played, I saw them losing out or 2 away games. And the last time both teams met was actually in October of this year. We saw France from away beating this very side by 4-1. All right, in this very one, we do not expect anything different other than the France side winning comprehensively in this very encounter. So it is the home side, the French side, to win outright in this very one. That's what we expect in that very encounter. All right, the next game that we have for you, also in UEFA Nations League, we will have the European Republic of Ireland, who will be up against Finland. All right, for the home side, Ireland have won 2 games in the last 6, and they've also lost in the 4 matches. And the away side, Finland have managed just a single draw in the last 6 matches, and the other 5 being a loss. They're not actually in good form at the moment. They've lost 5 games out of the last 6 matches that they have so far. All right, when you look at how this team fared from home and away perspective, the Republic of Ireland have actually won 2 games, 2 draws, but have lost 6 games in the last 10 home matches. Also, Finland, on the other hand, have actually been able to manage 3 wins, 1 draw, as well as 4 losses in the last 10 away games that they had so far. And that tells a lot about this very side as well. And the last time both teams met was actually in October. We saw Republic of Ireland also coming from away, beating this very home side at the time, beating Finland by 2-1. All right, and in this very game, without spending so much time in this one, we expect to see the home side, Republic of Ireland, either to win or draw, and under 3.5. Okay, home win or draw and under 3.5. Considering the fact that the last 10 home games that Republic of Ireland have had, they've not seen any match that is above that 3 goals, in that match. So in this very one, we expect to see home win or draw and under 3.5. All right, that's our verdict. That takes us to the next game, and which happen to be the last for the first ticket, and it is in Slovakia. Well, Slovakia Super Cup. We'll have Spartak Trnava coming up against Podrozova. Okay, the home side Spartak Trnava have won 5 games in the last 6. They've also lost 1. And at the away side, Petrozova have had 2 wins, 2 draws, as well as 2 losses in the last 6 games that they had so far. And when you look at how these 2 teams have performed from home and away perspective, you can see that the home side, Spartak Trnava, have actually managed to achieve 5 wins in the last 10 home matches. They've also had 2 losses, as well as 3 draws in the last 10 home matches that they had so far. All right, and away side Petrozova have actually won 4 games from away, 2 draws, but have lost 4 games in the last 10 away games that they had so far. And the last away game they had was actually on 29th of October. We saw them losing by 3-0 on that occasion. And the last time both teams met was also in October, and Spartak Trnava actually won from away by 4-0. And prior to that, we also saw Trnava beating this side by 5-0. All in this very year. So we do expect to see the home side also, rising to the occasion once again and beating this very away side once again. So it is the home side to win outrightly in this very game. Home win. That's our verdict for that very game, and that concludes our predictions for the first ticket, and that will take us to the next second ticket of the day, and it is starting with the very first match in it in Goa Premier Division, where we have Boston River who will be facing Rampla Juniors. All right, Boston River, the home side, have actually won 4 games, and they also had 2 losses in the last 6 matches that they had. And we say Rampla Junior have seen 1 win, 2 draws, as well as 3 losses in the last 6 games. All right, when you look at how these 2 teams are fared from home and away perspective, you can see that Boston Rovers in the last 10 home games have actually won 8 games out of those, and they've also lost 2. 8 wins out of the last 10. That tells you a lot about this very side. They're doing very well playing from home. And I will say Rampla Juniors have actually won 2 games from the last 10 away games. They've had 3 draws, but have also lost 5 games in the last 10 away games that they had so far. And last time both teams met that was in June of this year. We saw them playing out a 1-1 draw. Also in May, we saw Boston River also beating this side from away by 1-0. All right, that's a head-to-head record for both sides. And in this very game, we will expect the home side, Boston River, to not lose outright, to win or draw, and under 3.5. Also noting the fact that under 4.5 actually. Noting the fact that the meetings for both sides have not really been producing lots of goals. The last 10 meetings for both sides have always seen a very small number of goals, except for one that actually was in 2017. But in this one, we expect to see home win or draw and under 4.5. All right, that's our verdict for that very game, and that takes us to the next game for today. It is in African Cup of Nations, where we have Madagascar coming up against Tunisia, right? Actually qualifying match, and Madagascar have won just 1 game in the last 6. They've also had 3 draws as well as 2 losses, and Tunisia on the other hand have won 3 games. They have also had 2 draws as well as 1 loss in the last recent 6 matches that they had. And playing from home, Madagascar have actually won 5 games in the last 10 home matches. They've also had 1 loss, but have had 4 draws. As a matter of fact, the last 3 home matches that they had saw them playing out draw on all 3 of them. And looking at Tunisia, the away side, they've actually had 3 victories from away. They've also had 5 draws as well as 2 losses in the last 10 away games that they had so far. And a matter of fact, the last 5 away games saw them, drawing 4 out of those 5 away games and winning just 1 out of it. That tells you, a lot about this very side. And last time they met was actually in September. We saw Tunisia playing from home, defeating Madagascar by 1-0 on that occasion. And and in this very one, we expect to see the away side either winning or draw, and yet on the 3.5, seeing that most of the games both sides have actually resulted to very low amount of goals appearing in most of their matches. So it is the away side to win or draw, and under 3.5. That's what we expect for that very one. All right, that takes us to the last game for the second ticket, and also the last game for the day. It is in the African Cup of Nations qualifying match. We'll have Benin Republic, facing Nigeria. Okay, Benin Republic have actually won 2 games. They also had 1 draw and have lost 3 matches in the last 6 games that they had. And Nigeria, on the other hand, have won 2 games. They've also had 3 draws, but have lost 1 also in the last 6 matches. And looking at how these 2 teams fared from home and away perspective, you could see that Benin Republic have actually won 5 games in the last 10 home matches. They've also had 3 draws as well as 2 losses. And away side, Nigeria have seen 3 victories, 3 losses, as well as 4 draws in the last 10 away games that they have. So for our last 2 away games for Nigeria, saw Nigeria, playing 0-0 draw on those 2. That was against Rwanda and Libya. And the last time both teams met, it was also Nigeria who played from home. On that occasion, Nigeria won by 3-0. And prior to that, we saw Benin also beating Nigeria by 2-1 in Benin Republic. Benin played from home on that occasion. And in this very game, it's a little bit difficult to call, but we'll expect to see Nigeria not to lose our track in this very one. So it is the away side to either win or draw, and yet under 3.5, because most of the outcomes of the recent games for both sides have actually not seen lots of goals. So it is a win or draw and under 3.5. That's a fight for that very game. And that concludes our operations for you today on Betcraft. And I wish you the very best of luck, and I hope your ticket goes green once again, just like yesterday. All right, remember to play responsibly, and tomorrow is another day. But until then, keep winning.